to say good morning, but good evening, everyone. It is time for the Own Your Now show. It's Wellness Wednesday. Woo! Lady Yo, it's Wellness Wednesday. I am your host, Tracy Berry McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolanda Langford, and they call me Lady Yo. You know what, Tracy? I don't know why. I always do that, Lady Yo, like it's a presentation or something.
Lady Yo.
Yes.
To the room. How are you, Lady Yo? How are you?
I am fabulous. I'm fabulous. You know, the weather has been pretty decent. And girl, now you know I've planted my flowers.
Wow. You know, it's so interesting that you say that because I know a lot of people plant their flowers around Easter and stuff like that.
Mother's Day. I'm normally a Mother's Day person. My mom was big on flowers outside, so I got the flowers in the front, but my pride and joy is my patio with my small little fountain and my flowers, and it's just all about me out there, and I enjoy it morning, noon, and night.
I love it. I love it. Did you plant tulips?
No, I didn't plant any tulips. We have all kinds of flowers. There's a various amount of flowers. I'm more for the color. So there's purple, there's red, there's some yellow, there's some white. Ooh. And I have beside the fountain, I have some on like a trellis. So it's really pretty to me. And it's so peaceful. Just hear that little trickling of the water. And this year I put Auburn lights out, so it gives it kind of a glow, a little sexy glow, even when there's no fire. It's still a little sexy out there.
You better invite me over. It's time for us to get with everybody. Well, you know what? This is the time of the year where we all come together, and it is Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday. We got to ask everybody what's in your cup. Eliani, where have you been? We missed you. Eliani is here with us. Please share. Bernice is here with us. Bernice don't skip a beat. Bernice, tell me something. Are you at work? Because I want to know, are you at work? Because normally you used to be at work during this time. So I'm just wanting to know. Lady Yo, everybody else, we're asking everybody, it's Wellness Wednesday. It's about wellness, opportunity, knowledge, and empowerment. We have Jerrica Franks in the house with us. She's the community engagement manager for STL Diaper Bank. But I got to ask you, Lady Yo, before we even talk about all the good stuff, what's in your cup? Everybody, owners, tell us, share what's in y'all's cup so we can post. Lady Yo.
Hey, Tracy, tonight I have a little cab in my glass. And of course, I have that STL delicious water. So that's always by my side. How about yourself? What are you sipping on? What's in your cup?
So let me tell you, today I went to do a professional development with the Girl Scouts and talking about girl empowerment, women empowerment, how important it is for us to come together. You know, we're going to do another year at the History Museum for International Day of the Girl. So I worked. So now that I'm like enjoying us coming together, I'm sipping on some wine myself.
All right. Cheers, sis.
You know, we did the Bloody Mary event for STL Diaper Bank when we talked about the period pack. So I figured it was good to have red. Why not?
You have a little red. Yes, and that was a fun event. And we're going to talk to them a little bit more about some more things they have coming up. So with Jerrica.
So yes, I got my red wine and of course my STL water. Y'all, Lady Yo gave this to me.
Isn't that cute?
I've been trying to drink more water because, you know, it helps with moisturizing your lips and everything.
Everything. I'm a big water drinker.
Yes, we have to be. Everybody else, let us know what's in your cup. Put it in the chat. Bernice says she's off today, so I'm glad. I don't want you trying to multitask while you at work and everything.
Girl, Bernice is getting ready for that wedding.
Okay. Everybody, look, you know what? We better stop it because people are going to want to come to Bernice's wedding. And I'm sure she's like, look, if you didn't get an invitation by now, you're not invited. Have you ever had to pick and choose who comes to what?
Yes. Oh, all the time. I mean, it can get a little hairy. You kind of spread the love around, but people normally understand, especially my family. They understand that everyone can't go to everything. And the other part is, Often at events, you only get X number of tickets.
I know.
So, oh, speaking of tickets, speaking of tickets, we went and saw Samara Joy, honey, at Jazz St. Louis. She was some kind of fabulous.
I heard that was a great concert.
She was some kind of fabulous.
How often do you get to see a Grammy Award winning artist?
She won 2 Grammys, and she's 22. And so her youthfulness, she was a little funny and playful, but such a grown, mature voice. It was just a wonderful evening. Didn't want it to end.
Yes. Those are the good ones. Those really are. I'm looking forward to more of them happening over the summer. Yes. Here in St. Louis, we got a lot of good people coming, and so that's important for us to support one another. Speaking of supporting everybody, Kate's here with us. Good evening, Kate. Good to see you. And Gina, we normally see Gina in the morning. Gina is here with us.
Gina,
what's in your cup? What you sipping on? So I'm trying to think. So this weekend, I didn't get a chance to go to any concerts or anything, but my daughter and my son and my family, we all got together. We had breakfast. We went to my grandson's soccer game. Amir's playing soccer.
Go Amir, go Amir.
And he's doing a good job at it. And now we're planning for Kalia's baby shower. So I hate that everybody's not invited, but for limited space. But you know what? At the end of the day, whoever's supposed to be there is going to be there.
Absolutely.
Family's coming in town. We're going to enjoy everything. And of course, just for those of you who know, I also go into schools. So we're going to bring Jerrica up because we want to talk about this. But it's something about what people know about cycles and your period, like the first time. Y'all know we talk about wellness, opportunity, knowledge, and empowerment.
Yes.
And when you got your first cycle, everybody's age is different now. Everybody's different. I remember when I got my first cycle, my journal is what I kept. I documented everything. So we're going to be talking about some in-depth stuff. So if there's any guys out there, if you got a daughter, you want to know about this.
And they should know anyway, the health of the lady in your life is something that can help nurture your relationship. So you need to know about the thing.
All right. So we're going to be sipping on some real good knowledge tonight as Kate sips on her water.
Yes.
Let me tell you all about who we got coming up on our show today. We're talking about Jerrica Franks. She currently serves as the Community Engagement Manager for the St. Louis Diaper Bank. She's been in the organization for over 2 years, spreading the mission with our local community, and she's a mother of a 2.5-year-old son, okay? And she wanted to support her fellow mommies. As a woman, she wanted to advocate and educate young women about the miracle of our bodies and how important it is for us to have access to supplies that we need each month. She has over 9 years of experience working in various development and community resources and roles, but I'm sure being a mom is her favorite job.
Yes.
But being able to connect and work in the city that she's known all her life is everything, y'all. She STL bred. Everybody say hello and good evening to Jerrica Franks.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful. How are you ladies today?
We are wonderful and excited to hear more about all the things that the Diaper Bank has to offer for us women and girls. But before we get started, what's in your cup?
I am drinking water. I have a goal of 80 ounces a day. So water.
80 ounces. Okay. I drink a lot of water too.
I've been doing good. I'm a week down. So
good for you. Look at Tracy.
Look, Lady O, how much water do you drink a day?
A lot.
How much water does everybody in the chat that's sharing right now?
Now, I do drink a lot of water. I mean, I probably get at least 60 ounces in a day. I drink at least 60 because I start off my morning with lemon and water every morning. Then once I work out, I get 1 or 2 in. So throughout the day, I drink a lot of water. And when I exercise, that's the days I drink the most water.
I almost heard a different accent. You said water.
Water.
Did you hear that, Jerrica? She said water.
Well, you know, I'm not from St. Louis, so sometimes that Cali comes out, that Valley girl comes out of me.
Drink water. Hey, I'm not mad
Yes.
at you. I have been drinking a lot more water.
Good.
It helps with my lips and the moisture and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, we still in spring, but at
Hmm.
the end of the day, you need water. You need water.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
We talking about St. Louis, but we're not talking about water right now. We talking about periods. Period. Everybody put
Yes.
period in the chat. Jerrica,
Yes.
talk to us about the Period Poverty Awareness Week and how important that is in our community.
Yes. So the Alliance for Period Supply is a national organization, and they created Period Poverty Awareness Week, which this year will take place May 22nd through May 28th. And it is to draw attention to the issue of period poverty and the negative impact that it has on people who menstruate. And so, across the nation, diaper banks who have period supply programs, just like the St. Louis area diaper bank, will have local events possibly or virtually. And we are educating our supporters and our allies about the negative effects of period poverty, especially locally and in St. Louis specifically, and how about 1 in 4 individuals, young ladies, women who menstruate, are having a hard time, getting access to period supplies. That's young ladies, individuals in schools, missing school, missing work. Those we forget about who are in jails and penitentiaries, and like the homeless people, those in shelters. And then we're just having a hard time affording that due to income. And so we just really are trying to advocate and educate and share information to people. And then especially, how we help those in need and our partners who help us provide the supplies across the St. Louis metropolitan area. We have amazing partners across St. Louis who have flow kits that we distribute, and they're able to get products every month, which should cover about a week's worth of your period.
So, people hear the word period poverty. And at first you're like, what in the heck is a period poverty? But like you said, it's 1 in 4
Hmm.
girls and or women who have not they don't have the access they need to get these products. Now, did you find that it happened in a larger number during the pandemic?
Yes. So actually, Cotex did a study in 2008 and they found 1 in 4. But then a doctor here in St. Louis did a study and she found out that 1 in 3 individuals were actually struggling or have struggled to purchase period supplies within that last year. And COVID just really took a toll on a lot of people due to the lack of income.
I know that was something that we realized because we're a SCL diaper bank partner, and
Hmm.
the schools that we go into, we actually give the girls their first period packs.
Hmm.
And you would think that the age demographic and knowing that this is coming up for the girls, that they would be aware of it and that they would have a resource, and they actually don't.
And Tracy and Jerrica, I realized that when I was young, and that was that time of my life, we had the little machines in the bathrooms, or we had a school nurse. Those things aren't there for the girls like it was for us. I'm hearing.
They don't tend to them, or they don't have the budget. And what really grinds my gears, because I can't curse, the government does not, well, actually, they actually passed a bill this year to give school districts and charter schools money to purchase period supplies. But do you think they shared that information with those school districts? No.
Mm.
So they tried to share some of it and push it out and place it as a grant to reimburse the schools who did purchase it, but still, it was very hush hush. And so we tried our best to educate, but they only have till, I believe, June 30th to get reimbursed for that. And so we'll see if they pass that same bill again for the next school year. But again, they don't really do they don't put forth much effort into sharing that information, which is, it's unfortunate because so many young ladies and individuals go to school relying on nurses and teachers to provide those products.
Mm.
And it should not, that should not be the case whatsoever.
Well, I hope that the people that are sharing today, or if you're listening later on, that you definitely share this information, because it's a resource that's here, but we still need more. I noticed that Shailene said that she wanted signed up to volunteer. Talk to us about how people can volunteer.
So all of our volunteer opportunities are on the website at stldiaperbank.org. We have evening, weekday, weekend volunteers in our period cove, especially, and you help us put together flow kits, first period kits, helping us with diaper packs as well. You'll have to sign up quickly because they go pretty quick. You can also hold drives for us. That this is a great opportunity to hold a period supply drive for us, either virtually or actual period drive amongst your friends, your community, your place of business. And we will have a Fill the Cove event Friday the 26th between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. You can come and drop it off to us. Or if you do virtually, you could just have them deliver it directly to our warehouse, and we can share that information, or you can email me, and I'm happy to share our toolkit with you, all of the social media, anything you need. I'm happy to provide all that information with you guys.
Now Yolanda's been with me, and Yolanda have been there. Talk to
Yes.
them about the cove. What is the cove?
Yes, so it's the period cove. It's a small little area that's just designated for our period supplies. One of our volunteers, she just has a vision for like organization. She used to be a nurse, and so she made all of the bins pink, and she has organized it to the T. And we have the tables just for pad only, tampon only, mixed kits, and first period. We try to provide as many variety of flow kits for people, because there's a preference. Everybody doesn't like pads, everybody doesn't like tampons. Sometimes we need it all, especially our first period kits. As you, Tracy, pass out to our young girls in schools, just to give them cute little makeup bags or old or itsy bags no one uses, and they put them in their bags and hold on to them so they can walk around confident with dignity.
Yes.
And we put little love notes inside of them just to kind of give them a, again, you're not alone in this. We all have periods and we all have to get through this. And it's just one thing that we have to conquer and get through together. And we pack them for about 2 hours. We have music. I usually try to fill out the vibes of the group, and we have a good time.
Well, it was a good time when we were at the Cove, and there were ladies. It was during the Bloody Mary event,
Brunch.
and
Yes.
there were people who were putting the packs together. Now, I know there's people out here that are thinking, well, who can receive this as an individual? Does it have to be an organization? Can you sign up an organization? Talk to us about who can be a recipient.
Sure. So as far as receiving the flow kits as a partner, so we go on a annual basis. You reach out to us and fill out an application, and there's some criteria. And our program manager is pretty good at deciding how you can go about becoming a partner. And she'll discuss with you as far as what you need to do, and there is a small fee. But as far as receiving the flow kits as an individual, anyone with a period, all St. Louis Public Library locations do pass out flow kits. 6 St. Louis County locations. You just go in, let them know you need a flow kit. They'll hand it to you. There's about 3 food pantries. I believe there's a handful of nonprofits around St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
All of our locations are on our website. There's really no criteria. As long as you have a period and you let them know that you need a flow kit, they'll hand it to you.
That's excellent. Because like you said, a lot of people may not have the money, and then you might be a young lady and you don't have that conversation with the lady or the woman in your household, and to be able to go to the library and say, hey, I need a flow kit. Hey, I need this. That is fantastic. Do you find, because I know back in the day it was like, girl, don't tell nobody, you start your period, your cycle. Do you find there's still that stigma?
There is. It's unfortunate, but I love to make men especially uncomfortable, especially when they come to volunteer. There's definitely requests when we have groups that want to volunteer, like, we'll have men, that's fine, but whatever we need is what's going to get done. when you come to the diaper bank, this is what we are. This is what we do. This is what we try to, this is our mission.
Mhm.
So we're going to pack period supplies. I want them to understand this is what it is. If you have a daughter, especially, or a wife, this is a part of life. This is how we got here. You can't have one without the other. When I'm out, I will talk about it. We have T-shirts that this is a tampon. It's a hand holding a tampon, and my coworker loves wearing it when she's out at the bar because it's a conversation starter.
Yes.
It's how we got some of our sponsors. It's how we got some of our group volunteers. They're like, "What is that? Is that a tampon?" This is exactly it. This is a tampon. So,
And believe it or not, some men, if you were to say to them, "Hey, can you go to the store and get some tampons or some," they would freak out. But it is natural.
I'm
It is,
gonna
and
tell you.
I tell them that's the cleanest, most sanitary thing you can probably touch.
It is. It is. Thanks. I see Cynthia with Black Girls Do STEM. She said that they want to make sure that they volunteer to have some girls to come and volunteer to come into the cove. I remember there was a time that because my parents weren't together, I went to visit my dad, and I needed to get pads, and I didn't just say, "Dad, I need pads." I called my mom, and she kind of coached me through. She's like, "You just got to tell him." So then he was like, "Oh, baby, it's okay." He's like, he just rolled up to the drugstore and he was like, "Go on in." I'm like, okay, but I think that the key was I knew about menstrual hygiene.
Yes, it's
There
important.
oftentimes our girls don't know, and you all provide a lot of resources. Talk to us about menstrual hygiene and how important that is.
So we were lucky enough. We have Wash U and Sue students, especially who find an interest in our mission, and they were able to write a book for us. And we need to get them to write the book again or a newer version. And we also put the period posts in all of our flow kits. And so it just kind of teaches them, this is the best practices as far as using a pad, using a tampon,
Yes.
different options. Even though we do not distribute reusable items, as we have to consider majority of the demographic that we serve and what resources they may have available, we do show them that these items are available, and just being very mindful of those things, because I'm also not a fan of reusable items because just the things that go along with it. But we're just very mindful of all of that and just sharing information. And we hope to expand our education program as well. And then we also
Yes.
have an advocacy portion. My executive director, whenever the legislative is in session, she is up in DC. She is making friends. She is sending emails. We're inviting them to all of the events because we need them to put in some work. So,
Yeah,
It's
I'm telling you,
important.
Lady, I was at a school one day, and we give out the free period packs. We also
Yes.
give them out on the wellness mobile, but this time we were talking about menstrual hygiene and everything. And one of the girls was like, "I don't understand the whole thing about it being a cycle. Like, why is it called a period, but it keeps coming over and over again?" And I'm like, "It should just come once, period." But no one explained that to them. And now our girls are getting their cycles earlier
Oh
than
yes.
they used to.
mhm.
Oh yes, I agree, Tracy, that it needs to be explained more. And I think we gotta. Tracy and I are about the same age. I'm a little older than she is, a couple of months. But you know what? Back in the day, we used to have sex education and health, but kids
Mhm.
don't necessarily have to take that nowadays.
No, or they don't have enough nurses to get to everyone.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
we have to make sure that they're aware of it. But I think the other thing is, Jerrica, tell everybody, I don't think that people understand period poverty is not a St. Louis thing. This is a
No,
global thing, correct?
Yes.
it is. It is. And what people fail to realize, girls, I believe in India and Africa, if I'm not mistaken, don't go to school when they're on their
You're
periods.
right.
Right.
So it's almost like it's very taboo. It's still just a sacred thing. Um, they are just, I think only two countries have given or where period products are free. where it's just kind of like, you guys happy. These should be accessible to you in all kind of aspects. So it's still kind of astounding that people don't understand it. And it's just not a conversation that just needs to be had. Instead of separating. I remember when I was in elementary school, they would separate the boys from the girls and then talk about the periods like it's a little secret, and
Right.
talk about the boys about that. And then it shouldn't be like that at all. And then we'd run back in recess until like we talked about periods and this, and the boys like, ew, what is that? But it
Right.
shouldn't be like that. And it's so sad. But
Right.
here we are. We're definitely trying to end that whole stigma.
Well, you are. I mean, you are absolutely bringing it to the forefront. I'm excited for our girls and our women in all areas, and there's no shame in it. You can be in any part of the world. Someone's going to have their period, and it's good to know where they can get the resources. So I'm excited that you are out there, you're in the cove, making it happen.
Yes.
And that our girls and our women have the resources that they need. And it's at the libraries. I mean, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
You can go into the library and ask for a period pack and get and receive it for free.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the key. And I know that we're going into next week is actually period poverty week, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what is the advocacy reach? What do we need to do? What is our charge?
So spread the word, share the message. We have a goal at the end of the week to stock our shelves with 50,000 period supplies. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but that is what we distribute in a month. So that is just a small ask with a big need that we are just trying to accomplish throughout the year. Even crazier, we are budgeted to distribute 1.5 million period supplies at the end of the year. So it's just the advocacy, the education, the access is the fight. Just ending period poverty. We are just trying to get the word out about it and just helping us fight.
Okay.
How much again? How much a month? How many?
1.5 million.
That's 1.5 million for the year.
Yes.
Wow.
Period supplies. Yes.
50,000
in a month.
50,000 in a month.
Wow.
Come on, St. Louis, let's do it. Come on, y'all.
So we need to become ambassadors. We need to come to the code. We need to donate. We can volunteer. There's so many. Tell them the three main things that we can do.
You can educate. Well, okay.
I like that.
Yes, you can educate. Yes, please. You can advocate, and you can volunteer.
Okay.
Educate, advocate, and volunteer. All right. This is the charge, y'all. And all next week, we need to be posting something about it or sharing something about it.
Yes, let's fill up the cove.
Or volunteer. We're going to fill up the cove. Our kids need it, especially in our community. Our girls benefit from it. You're raising a son. He's going to someday have a wife and daughters or sons at some point. I know you're like, he's just 2, Tracy. But I know that raising a son with 2 daughters, it helped him to be a better man because he knows about the things that us as women go through.
Yes.
We got to ask you, I know we always ask people their affirmation word of the week, but specifically we're asking you, what is your affirmation word of the week?
Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. Yes. Just after a long day, I have to breathe. Just after I get done working, after just everything. I had a long week. I just needed to breathe.
Okay.
So
I like that. Well, this is Wellness Wednesday, and we're not even at the end of the week yet. We all breathe. Lady Yo was like, we're gonna talk later, sis. I need to breathe.
I said that earlier. And and it's okay. And I always tell people, take that deep breath. I think we walk around so much just taking that little short, take a deep, hold it, and exhale. It feels so good. Tracy, you're good at getting us into a Zen place.
Yes, we have to all do that for ourselves. I'm glad that we literally saw in our chats 2 people saying, Shalene saying, good evening. I signed up last week to volunteer this summer. Cynthia said that she's going to be volunteering. We're looking for more people to volunteer or donate or advocate or educate. If you all want to drop your affirmations in the chat now or later, now is a good time. I know that everybody's multitasking a lot of times when they're watching the show. But Lady O, what about you? What is your affirmation word for tonight?
You know, Jerrica said it, mindful. I'm setting a goal this remainder of the week to be mindful of other people. I mean, talking about period poverty, it doesn't cross my mind every day, but I need to be mindful because I'm in contact with young ladies all the time and my lady friends, and you just got to be mindful and don't take it for granted that someone has access to these types of things. So I'm going to be mindful. Thank you for that word, Jerrica.
You are welcome.
I love that. I love that. Well, you know, we always tell you all that we're about wellness, opportunity, knowledge, and empowerment, making sure that we get the message out there for everyone and knowing that, you know, as a community, we all we got. And so it's good when you see people who look like us. It's like, let's take care of each other. Let's us take care of our community. So shout out to you, Jerrica, for all that you do, Mariel and the whole team over there. Trust me, I know Michelle, they all be like, what did you fill out your form today? Yes. Make sure that you get everything out there. But the fact that we can open up the Wellness Mobile and pass all these things out is really important. So
we love you. We appreciate you so much. We love what you do. The girls need you. So
we all got. We all need each other. So we're going to get the message out. For those of you that have stayed with us throughout Wellness Wednesday, we just want to let you all know that it's okay to take some time, to take some deep breaths, because that's what mindfulness is all about. And we're going to continue to sip and uplift all through wellness, opportunity, knowledge, and empowerment. Lady O?
Hey, until next time, peace, love, and positivity.
Keep sipping, y'all. Peace.
I am.